Today, we're talking about one of the most exciting and, honestly, one of the scariest developments in tech right now, autonomous AI agents. These things promise to be our own personal, 24/7 digital employees. So we're going to break down the dream, the very real danger, and what you absolutely need to know to use them safely. So check this out. This is a quote from a tech power user who actually did it. He built his perfect AI assistant. It was handling customer support, sending out invoices, even transcribing his audio, all while he was sleeping. It was the dream setup. And then he killed it. Just pulled the plug. You've got to be asking yourself, why? Why go through all that work just to tear it all down? Well, that question right there is at the absolute heart of what we're talking about today. And the answer, well, it points to this huge, kind of terrifying gap between what these AI agents can do and how well we can actually control them. All right, so first things first, let's just soak in the appeal here. Let's talk about the dream, because it is really appealing. I mean, just really think about that. An employee who never gets tired, never needs a coffee break, and just happily churns through all the boring, tedious work you hate doing. This is the promise, right? It frees you up to do the big picture, creative stuff that actually matters. That's the incredibly seductive idea behind these tools. And look at what these things can do. We're not talking about a simple chatbot that just answers questions. We're talking about an agent that has the keys to your entire digital kingdom. It can get into your email, it can use your web browser, it can rifle through your files. It has serious power. And that access, that incredible power, is exactly where this beautiful dream can flip into a total nightmare. Because for every helpful thing it can do for you, a bad actor can trick it into doing something against you. This comment from a Reddit user it absolutely nails it. A compromise my entire life starter kit. Wow. When you just follow a basic installation guide without thinking, you could be creating a single weak point that could bring your whole digital world crashing down. So how do the bad guys do it? The number one weapon is something called prompt injection, and it's basically a Trojan horse for AIs. An attacker can hide secret instructions inside a normal-looking email or a web page. Your agent goes to read it, thinking it's just summarizing text. But instead, it follows the malicious command. It's been tricked. And the damage can be absolutely catastrophic. A single bad link, one cleverly crafted email, and suddenly your agent is deleting all of your code, stealing your private data, or maybe even sending scam emails to your entire contact list, pretending to be you. And here's the part that really changes the game. For decades, we've thought about cybersecurity as building a fortress to keep attackers out. But a compromised AI agent, it's already inside the fortress. It's not an outside attacker. It becomes a malicious insider, and it already has the keys to everything. Okay, I know that all sounds pretty scary, but the goal here isn't to make you unplug everything and run for the hills. It's about empowering you to be smart. So let's get into the security playbook, the stuff you need to do from day one to protect yourself. The single most critical thing you can do, hands down, is to run your agent in a sandbox. Think of it like a digital cage, a really strong one. You use something like Docker to lock the agent inside. So if it ever gets hacked and goes rogue, it can trash its own cage, but it can't get out and destroy the rest of your system. This contains the blast radius. Next up, a golden rule of security, the principle of least privilege. It's simple. Don't give your agent a master key to every door when it only needs the key to the mailroom. If its job is just to read your calendar, there's absolutely no reason it should have permission to send emails or delete files. Be incredibly stingy with the permissions you grant it. Here are a few more non-negotiable settings for your setup. Locking the gateway is like putting a deadbolt on the front door. It keeps it off the public internet. Enabling token authentication is just like giving it a password. And pairing mode makes sure you're the only one who can talk to it. Seriously, don't skip these. They are your first line of defense. But look, security isn't a one-and-done setup thing. It's also about how you use the agent, day in and day out. Your daily habits are just as important. So let's talk basic do's and don'ts. You definitely want to run security audits on a regular basis. And be paranoid. Think twice before telling it to go read some random website. On the flip side, and this is a huge one, never, ever, ever paste passwords or API keys into the chat window. And adding your agent to a group chat, you are just asking for chaos. Keep it on a short leash. Now, even if you do everything right, there are some jobs that are just too risky for today's AI agents. You have to know where to draw a hard line in the sand. Here's a simple rule of thumb. If a single mistake would be a game-over moment, an autonomous agent is the wrong tool for the job. We're talking about things like managing financial systems, dealing with sensitive patient health data, or handling your company's secret source code. For anything that critical, you still need a human in the loop to make the final call. Period.
So when you zoom out, using these tools safely really requires a whole new way of thinking about security, not just for you, but for entire organizations. And for big companies, the new boogeyman is something called shadow AI. This is when well-meaning employees start using powerful AI agents on their own without telling the IT department. They're just trying to be more productive, but what they're actually doing is opening up massive, invisible security holes all over the company network. It's a nightmare.
Which brings us back to the fundamental challenge here. For our entire careers, we've been taught to lock things down, build walls, trust nothing. But an AI agent is useless if it's locked up. Its whole purpose is to have access to your stuff to help you. It completely flips the old security model on its head. So we're left with this final thought. These AI agents, they really do give us superpowers. The potential for automating our work and boosting productivity is mind-blowing. But as we've seen, that power comes with some serious risk. The question for all of us isn't just if we can build the right armor, the right habits and security to use them safely. The real question is, can we build it fast enough? Because this future isn't on its way. It's already here.